The Korean Angels of Germany. Korea opens tuberculosis center in East Timor. A school that gives hope to child laborers. Choi Young-jae, the first Asian American wheelchair-bound pilot. Lee Ha-yeong, a TV personality that hopes to connect China and Korea. Hello, welcome to Going Global. I'm your host, Jung Se-mi. Now, many people dream of a wedding that they will remember forever. One couple in England recently got married at a fast food chain restaurant. Joseph Shapton and his now wife Louisa were introduced to each other in 2014 via family members, and both of them enjoy burgers. They like burgers so much that they visited the very restaurant that they got married in 3 times a week and became friendly with the manager. The couple even had a wedding cake that looked like a hamburger, and in the end, they had a wonderful wedding with the blessings of their family and friends. Now, I'm sure their wedding will remain as a great memory for the rest of their lives. So how about creating a memory that you will cherish for the rest of your lives as well? And now, let's turn to our first story for today. The Korean nurses who were dispatched to then West Germany during the era of Korea's industrialization recently commemorated 50 years of their arrival. The nurses overcame cultural and language barriers and became role models for today's youth and immigrants all over the world. Let's find out more.
This is a scene of Korean nurses arriving in West Germany some 50 years ago. Germany was facing a shortage of nurses, and Korea needed foreign currency to fuel its industrialization. The nurses decided to go abroad to broaden their experiences and support their families. About 10,000 Korean nurses came to West Germany between 1966 and 1976. They overcame cultural differences and the language barrier with their perseverance and were called Korean Angels. Some transitioned from being guest workers to being mothers, rooting themselves in West Germany.
처음에 와서는 되게 힘들었어요. 이렇게 음식도 다르고 언어도 그렇고 또 집에도 가고 싶고 그랬는데 이제 내가 한국에 있었으면 우리 애들을 대학에 보냈을까 싶고.
An event celebrating the nurses' 50th anniversary in Germany was held at an old mining facility in Essen, Germany. These former nurses are regarded as role models for immigrants, as many see them as having integrated into German society the best.
In den vergangenen 50 Jahren haben die koreanischen Krankenschwestern ein ganz großes Herz bewiesen. Eine große Einfühlsamkeit und Mitmenschlichkeit und hohe Professionalität. Ein ganz herzliches Dankeschön.
The nurses' pioneering spirit and passion are a source of inspiration for the Korean youth today.
우리는 여기서 배운 걸 조국에 알리고 우리 2세들에게도 이야기해서 우리의 염원인 남북 통일을 해야 합니다.
그들의 나라 사랑하는 마음, 또 이웃에 대한 그들의 정, 또 우리 문화를 알리기 위한 그들의 활동, 이런 활동은 앞으로도 우리 다음 세대들이 계속 이어받아야 할 좋은 교훈이라고 생각을 합니다.
Most Korean nurses have retired, and only a few members are currently working. The nurses, who helped pave the way for Korea's industrialization, will forever remain on the pages of Korean history.
Moving on to our next story. East Timor has the highest rate of tuberculosis in Asia. Korea recently lent its support for fighting tuberculosis in East Timor, given how the country has the highest rate of infection for the disease in Asia. Let's take a closer look.
Today is the opening day for the National Tuberculosis Reference Library in East Timor. About 250 people, including government officials, took part in the opening ceremony. Local doctors and residents welcomed the laboratory more than anyone else.
Obrigado, Daloro Kawakara apreciava coica governo coreano ni suporta liusi coica ia Timor-Leste. Atu hari laboratorium ponaba diagnose TV Timor-Leste.
Home to 1.1 million people, East Timor has the highest rate of tuberculosis in Asia. About 800 die from the disease every year. However, there weren't any facilities that could accurately diagnose tuberculosis. Local doctors relied on microscopes and verbal-based medical examinations. They also had to seek foreign expertise for the treatment of tuberculosis, which has a high recurrence rate.
Of Timorese, that's 1/2 of all Timorese have tuberculosis. That's a very high percentage. Some of those are latent TB, so not active at this point. If you run into problems like malnutrition, or if you would happen to have immune deficiency, HIV virus, then we start to see many more cases of tuberculosis.
The Korean National Tuberculosis Association launched its project to eradicate tuberculosis in East Timor in 2013. The association decided that accurate diagnosis was the most important part, and with the support of the Korea International Cooperation Agency, worked on building the National Tuberculosis Reference Laboratory. The center was built in 1 year and features facilities for diagnosing the disease. All tuberculosis cases forwarded abroad can be handled here and more patients can be treated.
동티모르 결핵 환자들은 정확한 결핵 진단을 위하여 많은 돈을 들여 해외에 나가서 진단할 수밖에 없었습니다. 이제는 코이카가 설립한 표준검사실에서 짧은 시간에 빠른 진단을 하여 투약함으로써 결핵 퇴치에 획기적 역할을 할 것으로 기대하고 있습니다.
The Korean National Tuberculosis Association plans to train lab specialists as well, setting the foundation for eradicating the disease in the country.
Our next story takes us to Pakistan. Many children in underdeveloped nations start working at a young age in order to earn money for their family. Unable to go to school, they are trapped in the vicious cycle of poverty. In Pakistan, a Korean established a school in a factory district so that children can study there free of charge. Let's find out more.
This is Kasur, a factory district in Pakistan. There are numerous brick building facilities along the road. The majority of the workers carrying soil and making bricks are young children. 9-year-old Nafis has been working shifts of at least 10 hours since he could walk along with his father. Recently, Nafis encountered a change in his routine. He is squeezing school time into his busy schedule. Nafis gives his all to his classes, gripping his pencil with his soil-covered hand. Kasur's School of Love charges no fees and was created to help children working at the brick factory rise from poverty. Volunteer teachers teach Urdu and English, the official languages of Pakistan, along with mathematics and science.
तमाम किताबों को अहमियत दी जाती है, लेकिन जो इंग्लिश है हम उस पर ज़्यादा कोशिश करते हैं क्योंकि हमारे इलाके में मुल्क पाकिस्तान में इंग्लिश की जो है इतनी डिमांड.
The school was established in 2011. Founder Choi Young-jae built the school with the support of a Korean religious group and an NGO after witnessing firsthand the child brickmakers.
아이들이 이제 학업을 하고 나서 이제는 장래 희망을 갖게 되고 또 회사라든가 또 일반 사무실이라든가 또 다른 더 좋은 직장을 갖게 되는 것을 봤을 때 너무 감동적이고 보람을 느끼고 있습니다.
In the beginning, there was opposition from families as they were pressed to make ends meet. However, they are now pinning their hopes on a better future for their children.
सारा सीते चाहते हैं कि पढ़ लिख के कोई अच्छी जॉब उन्हें मिल जाए, अच्छा कारोबार हमन वाला आप अच्छा चला सकें.
The School of Love gives hope to children who are deprived of the opportunity to study or dream. Currently, about 450 children are studying and working as brickmakers, all the while dreaming of a brighter future.
Moving on to our next story. A man in his 50s who has been confined to a wheelchair since childhood due to polio has become a certified pilot. He's the first Asian disabled pilot in the United States. Let's meet pilot Choi Young-jae.
A light aircraft is flying high in the sky. It then engages in mid-air spinning maneuver. The stunt pilot is Korean-American Choi Young-jae.
솔로로 날랐을 때는 정말 내가 독수리와 같이 새가 된 기분으로 이렇게 밑에를 바라보면서 하는.
Choi has been bound to a wheelchair since the age of 3 due to polio. In 2008, he began to nurture dreams of becoming a pilot, something he couldn't even think of before. He was inspired after seeing in the news a female pilot who lacked both arms.
휠체어를 탄 사람은 고개 비행에 어떤 경험을 하게 될까? 내가 기회가 있다면 정말 한번 해보고 싶다.
Choi approached the Seoul Flight School in the United States that trains pilots with disabilities.
가족들은 모두 기쁜 마음으로 동의해 줬고요. 또 장학금을 받고 하는 거기 때문에.
Choi applied for a 6-week leave of absence from his workplace and began the difficult training program despite being in his 50s. However, he overcame all difficulties and became the first certified disabled pilot of Asian descent in the U.S.
To fly with only half your body means you have a lot of courage. To fly with not all your body parts means you're brave. And I think it's a great challenge. I think it's a wonderful thing.
Choi succeeded in becoming a pilot, a difficult achievement even for able-bodied people. He says that disability does not equate to lack of ability.
진짜 한 가지의 가능성을 보고 계속 찾고 또 찾았을 때 그 방법이 열렸듯이 우리 장애인들도 얼마든지 할 수 있는 것이다라는 것을 제가 보여주고 휠체어에 앉았다고 해서 내가 비행할 수 없을 거다라는 그러한 개념을 깨라는 거예요.
It's time to turn to our last story of the day. There is a Korean TV personality who is active in the Chinese broadcast industry. Lee Ha-yeong dreams of becoming a TV host who can bring Korea and China closer. Let's find out more.
Chinese martial artists are displaying breathtaking acrobatic moves. The spellbound crowd showers the performers with applause. Behind the stage, there is a man who is focused on his script. He is the host of the event, TV personality Lee Ha-yeong. Lee heads the event in fluent Chinese and Korean on stage. Off stage, he helps the performers relax and ensures the audience doesn't feel bored.
4조 대북 공연이 있도록 하겠습니다. 대북 공연, 북한에 대한 공연이 아니니까 오해는 말아주세요.
Lee is a popular host for Korean events in China.
책임자라는 생각을 가지고 이제 무대를 서게 됩니다. 이제 그런 각오가 없게 되면 이제 항상 할 때마다 약간 사람이 해이해진다고 해야 되나요? 약간 그런 마음이 생기더라고요.
While Lee can lead any event with his wit and humor, he is most respected for bringing together Korean and Chinese cultures. Lee came to China by himself at the age of 14 after his father said that a person must know China in order to become a globally adapted person. Subsequently, Lee was able to experience Korean and Chinese cultures at a young age.
중국의 정서는 물론 한국의 정서까지 함께 알고 있는 한국인으로서 사회를 보는데 더욱더 많은 이들의 공감을 살 수 있는 것 같습니다. 그리고 이후에도 중국과 한국과 교류가 더욱더 많아질 것 같은데 정말 부족함 없이 그 모든 정서를 아우를 수 있는 사람이 되지 않을까 싶습니다.
Lee became involved in the Chinese entertainment scene by chance. He jokingly took part in a global matchmaking TV program in China in 2014. This show set the stage for his future activities.
대학교 4학년쯤 돼서 이제 친구의 권유로 인하여서 중국 방송에 참여를 하게 되었는데요. 그 방송이 나간 후에 이제 종종 다른 곳에 연락이 오고 그러다 보니까 이제 점점 중국 방송에 참여를 하게 되었고.
Hallyu is still going strong in China. He feels a great sense of responsibility.
남들이 봤을 때 당당한 사람으로서 그렇게 양국 간에 좀 더 관계를 호전시킬 수 있는 그런 사람이 되고 싶습니다. 그런 게 애국이 아닐까라고도 생각을 하고요.
He cautiously dreams of a future where he can bridge Korea and China as a TV personality.
I hope you enjoyed today's stories on Going Global. There is a growing number of pet cafes popping up all over the world. One unique pet cafe in Tokyo, Japan features owls. It is decorated to look like a forest and is home to 33 owls of 20 species. Owls are nocturnal by nature, but the ones in this cafe have adjusted their biorhythm to be active while customers are present instead. Needless to say, people are coming from all over Japan and even abroad to check out the cafe. Owl cafes now join the ranks of dog, rabbit, and even snake cafes. So, which animal will get its own cafe in the future? And which animal cafe would you like to see? Now, Going Global will be back next week with more interesting and exciting stories from all around the world. Thank you for watching.